Respected dear family members, whatever we have uploaded in the YouTube, we are changing it into English as per the request of many well-wishers of Indian Institute of Scientific Heritage. We have translated and explained many points for the last 2-3 times. Now we will be going to the next point. What is meant by karma and what is meant by dharma? The totality of the karma of the mother, all the karmas to be done by the mother is known as matra dharma. All the karma activity to be done by the father is known as pitra dharma. All the activities to be done by the son is known as putra dharma. All the activities or acharas to be performed by the citizen of the country, paura dharma. When all these dharmas, matra dharma plus pitra dharma plus putra dharma plus putri dharma plus bhartra dharma plus patni dharma plus paura dharma plus raja dharma plus amatya dharma plus acharya dharma put together is known as sanatana dharma. Next question. Why we should have a yoga day? Everything, if it has got a particular day, ozone day, earth day, environment day, water day, mother's day, like that, if yoga day is there, you can see that yoga will be remembered, it will be practiced, and from that day people can adopt a special style of living. Just like we celebrate Independence Day, Republic Day, Mahatma Gandhi's birthday, remembering and reminding about yoga, yogic exercises, both physical and mental, that will be excellent. So very nicely, June 21st could be made as the yoga day. World over, including Christian and Muslim countries, accepted yoga. Now, in many airports, just like Frankfurt airport and many airports in Europe and America, many universities, they have got a yoga room, separate yoga room. Up to now, in many developed countries, Muslim prayer halls used to be there. Muslim prayer halls used to be there. Now, yoga room has also been incorporated. So, the second International Yoga Day could create wonderful awareness among the people on yoga and Indian contribution on spirituality and good health. Next question. What is meant by real achara? Remember that acharas cannot be literally explained by English language or in English language. What are the customs and rituals followed for an excellent lifestyle? Acharat labadehyayu, acharat dhanam akshayam, acharat labade supraja, acharo ahandya lakshanam. For a happy, long, healthy life, acharas are good. For creating excellent social bondage, acharas are good. Similarly, for prosperity, acharas are very good. For creating an excellent personality in our life, acharas will be good. What are the acharas irrelevant in the 21st century? Those acharas which are irrelevant in the 21st century is known as anachara, or are known as acharas, are known as anacharas. Those acharas which create negatives in the mind or body or in the family, in the society or the nation. Those acharas which create negatives in the mind, body, family, culture, society, nation, they are known as duracharas. All the acharas can have direct bearing either on mind, body, family, culture, society, or to the nation, or even in international level. Acharas are excellent. You know, every country follow the acharas. Even the political system acharas are there. Even you can see in the Rashtrapati Bhavan, even though Rashtrapati is an ordinary individual, so many rituals have to be followed for meeting Rashtrapati or for his coming to the meeting and so on. So rituals are there in every country connected with the rulers or connected with something or else. So like that we have also got acharas. Achara should not become a burden in our life, it should become a part of the life. Even if some of the acharas you are omitting, it's no problem. They are all, whenever convenient, you follow the acharas, otherwise forget about it. Another point about the distortion of Vedas and Hindu books by Christians. There are so many books written by Christians. Ultimate aim is distorting the Vedas, distorting the Puranas, distorting our Upanishad, and with a hidden agenda to elevate Bible and Christian life, to give a misunderstanding in the mind of the Hindus and then converting them to Christianity. So many books have been written. When somebody who does not know about this type of crooked, hidden agenda based activity of the Christians, they will think that whatever is given in our Vedas and Upanishads, whatever is given in Christian literature, they are all same. That unknowingly people will think, and they will be motivated to convert into Christianity. This is the crooked aim. Without the knowledge of Indian cultural or Hindu dharma knowledge, many people get distorted, many people got dragged into this type of distorted messages. Just like Sakir Naik misinterpreting Vedas and telling that Vedas mention about Allah, Vedas mention about a prophet, Vedas mention about Quran. These are all crooked misinterpretation and fully fraud, cheating the people. And he himself is a supporter of terrorist, creating all the problem world over. Remember that if he would have been a great scholar, his entry to Canada will never be stopped. He is not allowed to enter into Canada. He is not allowed to enter into UK. He has been banned in many of the European countries. Now he has been banned in Saudi Arabia. He is not even allowed to enter Bangladesh. Even Muslim countries do not allow him to enter into their country. So how crooked he is, how cheat he is. In the name of Islam, he is spreading literally the terrorism, justifying the killings and the death and the murderings in the name of religion, in the name of Islam. And indirectly Christians are doing, not spreading the terrorism, but distorting Indian literature, Hindu literature, for the sake of converting the poor Hindus, ignorant and illiterate Hindu, to their religion, dragging them to the wrong side from an ocean, taking into a small well. This is what the Christians are doing. What is meant by Dharma news? We have started spreading. What is Dharma? Dharma is equal to duty plus responsibility plus privilege of an individual. Dharma is equal to duty plus responsibility plus privilege of an individual. So, as far as India is concerned, the duty, responsibility and privilege of Indians in India and world over, that is given in Dharma news. That you can go to your mobile phone or computer, just go through Google or Firefox and give dharmanews.in, you will get. dharmaradio.in, then all you will get the messages. www.dharmamessages.in, you will get all the English messages in that. So Dharma news is the news connected with India, inside India and outside India. Now, next point, how you will evaluate Kerala Chief Minister. He has done so many negatives, but with an ultimate aim of becoming the Chief Minister. I think many people think that when he has learned a lot from Sri Narendra Modi, and he is taking some of the activities and actions just like Sri Narendra Modi's activities while ruling India and sitting in the chair of the Prime Minister. We hope, many Keralites hope that he will be doing good. Unfortunately, many of his utterings for the last 1-2 weeks have become very dangerous. He justified the killing in North Kerala the murders of RSS people and the CPM are taking place in North Kerala. Unfortunately, even as a chief minister, he justified that. Next point, instead of teaching the Indian Dharma, why we talk about politics? You should know that Ramayana is a spiritual literature. Equally, it is the literature describing the rulers of the country. Dasharatha was the emperor and Ravana was the Chakravarti emperor. Bali and Sugriva became and were kings. So, Ramayana gives you fully about the politics of the rulers, family and affairs. Mahabharata is also exactly the same. Even Bhagavad Gita was uttered, explained to Arjuna for killing the adharmic people and protecting the nation. Mahabharata is a political book with a spirituality. Ramayana is a political book with a spirituality. All the 18 Puranas and 18 Upapuranas describe in detail the stories of the kings and kingdoms. Prahlada was a king, Hiranyakashipu was a king, Dhruva was a king, Ambarisha was a king, and you take Jadabharata was a king, Gajendra was a king, and all the Puranas give the stories about kings and kingdoms. So politics is not different from spirituality or applied spirituality as far as India is concerned. Next question, what is your experience with the Christians? One thing I could understand now, unlike Muslims, majority of them, directly or indirectly, support the terroristic activity against India. When Yaqub Memon was hanged, about 50,000 people assembled for giving respect to him as a terrorist. Now what is happening in Jammu Kashmir is also giving indirectly and directly the support for the terrorist. And special prayers were organized yesterday and day for yesterday for the terrorist. The number of people attended the cremation of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam as a Muslim, that number and the number of people attended Yaqub Memon's death or hanging remain the same. So Muslims directly support terrorism or indirectly or silently support terrorism and always be against Indian culture and Hindu Dharma, and keeping the target of killing the Hindus, they do their activities of conversion and allow jihad. Whereas Christians, they do many things silently in a hidden way, ultimate aim converting Hindus into Christianity. But there are many Christians who are ready nowadays to understand Hindu Dharma and they are ready to come to Hindu Dharma. One such incident when I happened to go to one of the churches in the dense forest near Sabarimala, Nilakal Church. It was the assembly of many nuns and a Christian priest. Nearly 400 people were there. I was delivering a lecture on ecology in Vedas. Ecology in Vedas. I was given 1 hour time, but the talk went up to 3 hours. They were so much interested in listening that. And the majority of these priests purchased, Christian priests, purchased a Vedic CD and Vedic pen drive. Majority of them purchased Vedas from us. May not be with a positive idea, even there may be crooked idea in that. Still, they are ready to understand Indian culture, knowing pretty well that Bible is the most primitive, useless literature written 2000 years ago for the people who are living in the desert. It is not meant for cultured and civilized people. They know nowadays that Jehovah is the worst terrorist in the world. Jehovah is the worst terrorist in the world. If you are reading the Old Testament, you will get shocked to see that Jehovah killing millions of people, killing that man, this man, and revenging all these negatives which cannot be attributed to a God. Those words and deeds and actions can be seen directly from the Old Testament. If you read Bible, particularly Old Testament, you will get shocked how the people can worship this as a holy literature. These are the points, but I want to make it very clear. These were all given in Malayalam YouTube. Now I thought I will abridge it, consolidate it and explain it in English also, because many people wanted it. Thank you very much. Spread the message. Thanks a lot.